What's going on with this guy? In the Demon Fate Celestial Cave, the Black Fiend Dragon Wolf stayed close to Xiao, guarding him vigilantly. Looking at the unmoving Xiao, he couldn't help but mutter to himself. Although they were still within the Demon Fate Celestial Cave, this area was just the tip of the iceberg of the Aurora region. Given the mysterious nature of the Celestial Cave, the Black Fiend Dragon Wolf was especially on edge. Xiao stood quietly on the Aurora ground. The power of the Three Realms Divine technique had slowly dissipated, and the area had returned to calm. However, what was strange was that around him, three peculiar seals of power had appeared. This force was clearly the same one used to seal the Demon Emperor, but how could it be manifesting around Xiao now? That level of power had even moved the Demon Emperor, let alone a mere 7-star Do Xian cultivator. A wave of confusion plagued the Black Fiend Dragon Wolf, leaving him at a loss. He paced back and forth on the Aurora ground, clearly agitated. Whoosh whoosh. The Fire Fiend beast, which had been silent up until then, suddenly opened its eyes, glaring at Xiao and growling, as if Xiao had undergone some change. Wum, wum, wum. At that moment, a dazzling 5-colored flame arc erupted from Xiao body, swiftly absorbing the three sources of power, and the area calmed again. Senior Dragon Wolf. Xiao just opened his eyes and, with a smile, called out to the Black Fiend Dragon Wolf. His voice even carried a strange wave of energy. You brat, are you all right? The Black Fiend Dragon Wolf asked anxiously, his gaze fixed on Xiao, worried that this hero of the monster realm might have suffered any harm. Oh, whoa. The Fire Fiend beast, as if made of porcelain, joyfully hopped to Xiao side. Its furry body bounced against his arm affectionately, a scene filled with warmth. You little thing. Xiao smiled slowly at the sight and gently stroked the Fire Fiend beast's fur. You're awake? After a brief pause, a figure appeared in the void above the Aurora ground, emanating an aura that transcended all. Stepping forward, the figure spoke lightly. It was the Demon Emperor. Senior Demon Emperor, Xiao said with a deep gaze, showing respect. However, the Demon Emperor seemed different from the one he had seen when he first broke free from the seal. Moreover, the Demon Emperor's power was undoubtedly the strongest Xiao had ever witnessed. Unless his master, the Golden Dragon King, returned to his peak, Xiao would be unable to compare. Furthermore, this Demon Emperor seemed to have some connection with the Xiao clan, so the word senior was naturally spoken with familiarity. The monster realm has now settled down, the Demon Emperor said. Such a terrifying reincarnation-level expert. Xiao and the Black Fiend Dragon Wolf couldn't help but be stunned, waves of shock surging within them. Actually, I do have something here that your Xiao clan's clan leader left behind to pass on to you, the Demon Emperor said after a moment of silence. His gaze seemed to carry boundless divine power, swirling around Xiao as if inspecting him closely. The Demon Emperor was hesitating about something. Senior, please? Xiao didn't speak further. He immediately cupped his fists and bowed deeply to the Demon Emperor, waiting for a response. Very well, let things unfold as they will, the Demon Emperor said with a relaxed smile, as if having made a decision. Xiao, descendant of the Xiao clan, thanks to you, Senior, Xiao exclaimed, his joy evident. There's no need to thank me. Speaking of which, if it weren't for your help in the recent calamity of the monster realm, we would have been in dire straits. In the end, I should be the one thanking you. The Demon Emperor's voice was calm but carried an inherent dominance. It was an indescribable aura that was enough to make anyone submit. By the way, Dragon Wolf, I sense some familiar fluctuations in the demon-suppressing prison. Is that power hers? After speaking to Xiao, the Demon Emperor turned slowly to the Black Fiend Dragon Wolf and asked, Master, I am incompetent. While escorting Xiao to the sealing grounds, we were defeated by a powerful enemy. Only then did Lady Lu Yun rescue us, but she was later trapped under the attack of the Holy Sea's four-winged angels. Now, I fear her life or death is uncertain. The Black Fiend Dragon Wolf's eyes filled with fury, and his body even trembled with anger. Hoo-hoo. As the Black Fiend Dragon Wolf spoke, Xiao Yin distinctly felt the void within this celestial cave buzzing, as if it might be shattered by the Demon Emperor's power at any moment. "This is not your fault," the Demon Emperor said, seeming to suppress his anger with great effort. He then closed his eyes and muttered, "Xiao Yin, I have a request." The entire Aurora ground fell into a deep silence. After a few minutes, the Demon Emperor finally spoke. "Please, Senior," Xiao Yin said, sensing that something important was about to be revealed. "If possible, when you return to the Do-Di continent, please assist her, both openly and covertly. I only want to rescue Lu Yun. Although I can't make any promises, leave this matter to me," Xiao Yin said with a deep voice before nodding. "I've just broken my seal, and with the Imperial weapon missing, it will take considerable time to retrieve it. Moreover, because my power was enhanced in the cave heaven, I need to adjust myself back to peak condition. Not to mention unifying the demon realm, I still need a lot of time. Once I've handled these matters, I will head to the Do-Di continent and wage war against the Holy See. At any cost." His voice echoed softly, but each word carried a force that shook the very heavens and earth. "But Master, one of the Holy See's main headquarters is in the heart of the Do-Di continent, on the Doyun continent. The four-winged angel might bind the mistress there. The Holy See's power on the Doyun continent is not only led by 3 red-robed cardinals, but also the Pope and High Priests." Black Fiend Dragon Wolf spoke with great concern. "Don't worry. This creature is the progeny of the king of 10,000 beasts in the demon realm. I'll have it grow rapidly, and then I will entrust the entire demon realm to it," the Demon Emperor replied softly. "Indeed." Hearing the Demon Emperor's plan, Xiao Yin was relieved. This Flame Fiend beast was the king of 10,000 beasts, but due to some fortunate circumstances, it had been evolved under Xiao Yan's guidance. Now, with the Demon Emperor's teachings, Xiao Yin felt at ease as it returned to the demon realm. "Little one, from now on, this will be your home. Remember to train hard and protect it," Xiao Yin said with a smile, gently stroking the Flame Fiend beast's cheek, his face full of warmth. "Home." At that moment, the Flame Fiend beast, staring at Xiao Yan's smile, suddenly felt something, its beastly eyes flickering with tears that uncontrollably dripped down. It was as if something it cherished most had suddenly vanished, causing it immense pain. It was parting, but all separations were to lay the foundation for a better reunion next time. The long companionship, combined with Xiao Yan's protection and care, made this still-growing king of 10,000 beasts engrave Xiao Yan's thin figure into its heart, remembering it forever, through countless lifetimes, never to extinguish. "Please take care of Lu Yun for me. As for this little one, I'll look after it for you. When you see it again, its growth will surely exceed your expectations," the Demon Emperor said to Xiao Yin after their conversation, already arranging the remaining matters methodically. Xiao Yin nodded seriously, knowing this was the only way. "By the way, Senior, this is the Demon Book. I believe you need it more than I do." As soon as Xiao Yin finished speaking, the Demon Book overflowed from his body and floated toward the Demon Emperor. Since he was about to leave the demon realm, the book would no longer be of much use to him, so he decided to give it to the Demon Emperor as agreed. "Thank you. With it, I'll be able to greatly shorten the time it takes to find the Imperial weapon," the Demon Emperor said without hesitation, directly accepting the book. "Now that the demon realm trip is over, let me send you where you should go. The clues left by your Xiao clan predecessors, along with your immortal and indestructible secret, are there. After you retrieve those things, you can return directly. Doyun continent is a wonderful place. I hope to hear news of you entering reincarnation after a long time. By then, you will also be able to intervene in Xiao clan matters. Let's go." The Demon Emperor spoke in a string of sentences, not giving Xiao Yin any chance to refute. Whoosh! Just after speaking, a terrifying reincarnation demon aura surged from the Demon Emperor's body, enveloping Xiao Yan's form and protection, and in the blink of an eye, he was whisked away to the deeper part of the Demon Fate Celestial Cave, where the things left by the powerful members of the Xiao clan were stored for Xiao Yin. "I wonder what treasure the Xiao clan's patriarch left here for the master," Black Fiend Dragon Wolf asked, curiously as it watched this scene. "I don't know. Anyway, with my power, I can't see anything, but I remember him mentioning something about fire, the Demon Emperor replied, puzzled. Could it be the secret of immortality? Black Fiend Dragon Wolf continued after a brief pause. Let fate decide. Even if he has the undying fire and the immortal flame, it's not certain that he can comprehend them. The Demon Emperor shook his head, clearly indicating that the immortality mystery within him was closely tied to the so-called indestructible and immortal nature. By the way, Master, Xiao has helped us so much, yet it seems the rewards from this demon realm trip are minimal. If this word gets out, the others from the 6 realms will surely talk, Black Fiend Dragon Wolf said, its meaning clear. Though Xiao gains in this demon realm trip are few, they are enough. Otherwise, with my power, I could easily help him reach 8-star Docian, but that would be pushing things too fast. After all, he is the last hope of the Xiao clan's descendants. Let's go. Time is tight. Restoring our strength is urgent. And with the loss of such a top-tier force by the extraterritorial evil clan, they're likely to take action as well. After saying this, the 2 of them, along with the Flame Fiend Beast, left the place. With their arrival, Xiao journey through the monster realm had truly reached its final stages. This guy's efficiency is terrifying. Xiao had no idea where he was now. The only thing he could tell was that he was heading deeper into the Demon Fate Celestial Cave, which contained countless mysteries. Even with the help of the Demon Emperor's power, Xiao couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. In the dim space, the surroundings resembled a place of aurora, with shimmering waves reflecting countless mysteries. Xiao could distinctly feel the terrifying power around him, and as he ventured deeper, a terrifying force that seemed to pierce into his soul began to pervade the area. After what seemed like tens of minutes, Xiao stopped, standing quietly as he gazed at a rather strange scene before him. It was an iceberg, surrounded by a formation of countless ice swords. Within, there seemed to be a strange fluctuation that could attract his flame mantra and sacred flame. What is this? At this moment, Xiao stopped. From the power of his soul, he could tell that he was now close to the depths of the Demon Fate Celestial Cave. He looked ahead at the massive sword formation made of ice swords, and a wave of oppressive tension filled his heart. Fire, come forth. Realizing that the reincarnation demon aura around him was being assaulted by the invisible icy power of these ice swords, Xiao didn't hesitate. A brilliant flame erupted, engulfing his body as he charged directly toward the ice sword formation. Whoosh whoosh. The ice sword formation was affected by Xiao attack, and immediately, countless icy swords pierced through the air, roaring toward Xiao. As for what lay beneath the formation, it was completely obscured by the white mist, impossible to see. However, whatever it was certainly an extremely precious item, and naturally, his priority was to break this strange sword formation. Power of the sacred flame. Soon, a vast surge of 5-colored flames burst from Xiao body, temporarily suppressing the oppressive pressure of the icy sword formation. With Xiao ferocious assault, the countless ice swords in the white mist suddenly let out a sharp whistle, violently trembling. In the next instant, the ice swords began to fall like raindrops, and the aurora-like scene gradually calmed. They quietly began to arrange themselves, separating to form a complex and subtle triangular sword formation. At the center of the formation stood a magnificent, mysterious yin-yang 8 trigrams pattern, radiating a mysterious aura that surrounded the entire area. Wong Wong. As the triangular sword formation took shape, the yin-yang 8 trigrams within emitted a vivid, almost tangible image, capturing Xiao attention. This is the Demon Emperor? Seeing the familiar figure of a man in the image, Xiao couldn't help but exclaim. In the image, there was a vast green forest, with a mysterious freshwater lake at its center. At this moment, the Demon Emperor's figure slowly stood in the lake, seemingly deep in thought. The Demon Emperor at this time was entirely different from the current one, but the domineering aura emanating from him was unmistakable. The present Demon Emperor's eyes were calm, like water, and he intently gazed at the freshwater lake. His aura, filled with dominance, exuded an overwhelming sense of superiority, as though he were looking down on the world. Looking along the demon emperor's gaze, two mysterious fish, one black and one white, swam happily in the once pure white lake. These two fish, whose powers intertwined perfectly like the forces of yin and yang, were incredibly mysterious and amplified the aura of the demon emperor to its peak. That is the Tai indestructible technique? After a moment, the demon emperor casually summoned the yin-yang fish and absorbed them into his body. 5 dragon-like, flowing black and white characters appeared beside him. Wang Wang. At that moment, Xiao Yan's undying fire and immortal flame surged uncontrollably from his body, immediately striking the image. Clang, clang, clang. The sound of massive impacts rang out, causing the entire icy sword formation to tremble. Slowly, the image formed by the sword formation vanished, revealing a passageway on top of the iceberg. This passageway, though also green, carried a multitude of auras, some of which even surpassed Xiao Yan's 5-colored sacred flame. The aura emitted from the green passage was undoubtedly the terrifying power of the supreme sacred flames, ranked in the top 10. Even the so-called undying immortal fluctuations could be sensed emanating from the green passage. In this emerald green passage, there seemed to be an endless imprisoning force. The power at such a level was something even Xiao Yan, in his current state, could not confront head-on. Not to mention that outside, there was an extremely sharp and oppressive aura. However, the intense fluctuations of the sacred flame and flame mantra erupting from within Xiao Yan's body caused him to momentarily stall. It seemed that some elements within this passage had some connection with the sacred flame and flame mantra. Judging by the scorching waves, it was undoubtedly Xiao Yan's first encounter with such intense forces. "Forget it," Xiao Yan muttered lightly, not hesitating further. His figure leapt forward, stepping directly into the emerald green demonic aura passage. Whistle, whistle. As soon as he entered the emerald green demonic aura passage, the thick demonic aura nearly crushed Xiao Yan into powder. His muscles contracted violently in varying degrees, and even breathing became difficult. It felt as though he might be crushed to death by the forces of the spirits at any moment. Boom, boom, boom. At that moment, the deepest bloodline of the Xiao clan within Xiao Yan's body seemed to instinctively protect its master, swirling and roaring violently. Waves of scarlet bloodline power emerged, forming a crimson energy shackle before Xiao Yan's body, completely enveloping him. With this bloodline-powered energy shackle providing support, Xiao Yan finally regained his composure. Without it, he could not even imagine the consequences of such extreme pressure. The Xiao clan bloodline? At this moment, the pressure on Xiao Yan eased greatly, and he walked through the emerald green passage with ease, his voice uncertain. It seems this place really holds some legacy left by our Xiao clan predecessors. The bloodline within me was drawn to it, which is why this scene occurred. As Xiao Yan sensed the boiling of his Xiao clan bloodline and the unusual occurrence, he smiled lightly, understanding the reason behind it. After a moment, Xiao Yan's gaze scanned the vast emerald green passage. The passage was quite spacious, its shape resembling an irregular quadrilateral, with an area of several dozen meters. The surrounding walls were covered in lush green, towering demonic auras, which were carved with countless images of flying birds and walking beasts. These carvings were so vivid that they seemed alive, with the bodies, feathers, and even expressions of the creatures subtly raised, almost as if the very essence of these creatures had been etched onto the walls. The sight filled Xiao Yan with a deep, awe-inspiring feeling, causing a sense of dread to rise in his heart. Swish, swish. Xiao Yan carefully moved forward, protected by the energy shackle formed by his bloodline. His palm gently touched the demonic beast murals on the walls, trying to discern any hidden meanings. The moment his hand made contact with them, a humming sound erupted from both his palm and the emerald green beast murals. What is this? At that moment, Xiao Yan's power and senses were enveloped by the green demonic aura, and a violent demonic beast aura swept over him, as though trying to devour him. The red bloodline energy shackle and the towering green demonic aura intertwined, creating a stunning and beautiful sight. This is a special method, something like using the form of demonic beasts to conceal and preserve some unknown secrets? At that moment, Xiao suddenly realized something. He quickly withdrew his hand and stepped back some distance from the mysterious murals, his gaze wary. Boom! Suddenly, countless flying birds and beasts seemed to come to life, leaping off the murals. The extreme power of these creatures made Xiao scalp tingle. There were hundreds of demonic beasts, and the weakest of them could easily annihilate Xiao. At this moment, Xiao heart, along with his flame mantra and other abilities, erupted in full force. Little one, come here. At the same time, an ancient voice slowly echoed from the far end of the emerald green passage, guiding Xiao. Boom! Before Xiao could react, his entire body was sent flying backward, wrapped in a golden light and propelled toward the far end of the passage. The demonic beasts, upon seeing this, gazed at him with an ancient respect in their eyes. After a brief moment, they transformed back into murals, silently standing there. They were the guardians of this ancient passage. Any foreign intruder would be ruthlessly eradicated by them. However, why Xiao was specifically summoned by the power they protected remained unknown. Boom! Xiao, enveloped by that golden force, was quickly drawn toward the end of the passage, as if breaking through an ancient energy barrier. To his surprise, the energy shackle formed by his bloodline seemed identical to the power of this barrier. Moments later, he collided with the barrier, and the passage once again fell silent. It hurts. In the blink of an eye, Xiao felt a terrifying force surging from his surroundings. A power that transcended the very heavens and earth shot out, engulfing him. It seemed as though he had left the emerald green passage and reached its end. Grumble. Where am I? Once the pain in Xiao forehead eased slightly, a look of astonishment appeared on his otherwise calm face. After being enveloped by that mysterious light, Xiao found himself at the end of the emerald green passageway, as if he had crossed some mysterious boundary and entered an incredibly strange place. Looking around, he realized that this was the same mysterious lake he had seen earlier through the triangular sword formation. This place not only contained countless towering ancient trees, but also emanated a strong, domineering demonic aura. At the center of the forest was the lake he had just seen. Come here. Just as Xiao was filled with confusion, a gentle voice slowly echoed once again. The voice was as light as a feather, but beneath its gentle tone was an irresistible domineering power that seemed to surpass even the demon emperor's strength, reaching a level Xiao had never encountered before. Such power, such a realm, might even make the concept of reincarnation seem insignificant. Whoosh whoosh. As Xiao prepared to move toward the source of the voice, stepping through the ancient trees with swirling demonic aura, these trees suddenly trembled beneath his gaze, blocking the path ahead completely. What's going on? Xiao noticed that the bloodline shackles on his body had disappeared. Moreover, his internal powers seemed to have failed in this place. Frowning, he felt the ancient ruler of heavenly flames at his back shifting slightly, ready to face whatever came next. This forest spanned about 1,000 meters, but strangely, each of these ancient trees seemed to harbor powers and vitality beyond ordinary beings. They even obstructed Xiao progress in a strangely human-like manner. Hesitant, Xiao muttered, "What's going on here?" Not to mention how the violent killing intent from hundreds of demon beasts within the emerald green passage had been subdued by that voice, or how his powers had failed here, along with the restlessness of his Xiao clan bloodline. Xiao had countless questions swirling inside him, but for now, with the demon emperor guiding him here, he believed the situation wouldn't turn against him. Come here. The soft, ancient voice resounded again, flowing from the depths of the forest. As soon as the voice was heard, everything fell silent. The demonic aura in the forest dissipated, replaced by the vibrant life energy that enveloped Xiao, soothing him like a warm spring breeze. Let's go see. After a moment of thought, Xiao could only move forward slowly. Buzz buzz. As he walked along the forest path, surrounded by ancient trees and flowers, Xiao could sense numerous powerful presences on either side of him. These were not hostile, but instead emitted a warm, familiar energy that felt strangely welcoming. Rustle, rustle. The sound of flowing water emerged, and Xiao Yin reached the end of the path. Looking ahead, he saw a tranquil lake with crystal-clear water. The lake emitted a peculiar fragrance, which was somewhat puzzling. Strange. Where did that voice come from? Xiao Yin stood at the edge of the lake, hesitating before stepping in, his gaze scanning the area. Whoosh whoosh. As Xiao Yan's gaze landed on the center of the mysterious lake, he saw a small patch of land floating on the water, only about 10 feet in size. There was even a towering stone tablet standing on the land, and golden light danced like leaves in the wind. Buzz buzz. At this moment, Xiao Yin felt his Xiao clan bloodline surge violently within him, as if there were Xiao clan members around. The flame mantra within him began to operate uncontrollably, rushing to activate rapidly. The most bizarre part was that his amber flame soul fire, fused with the undying flame, both of which were out of his control, began to leak from his body. The source of all this seems to lie in the mysterious land at the center of the lake. Come here. Just as Xiao Yin was filled with confusion, a golden beam of light effortlessly surged from the land of the lake, instantly enveloping his body and transporting him to the center of this place. What's going on? Having just been carried to the mysterious land at the center of the lake, Xiao Yin discovered that apart from an ancient, towering stone tablet, there was nothing else. The stone tablet seemed ordinary, with no unusual features. It appeared to be just like any other stone tablet. Yet, in some indescribable way, Xiao Yin felt that there was something more to it. Xiao Yin, descendant of the Xiao clan, pays respects to the senior. After scanning the surroundings with no discoveries, Xiao Yin clasped his fists and respectfully spoke to the stone tablet before him. However, after a long while, there was no response, not even the voice that had guided Xiao Yin earlier. It had completely disappeared. Buzz. At this moment, the amber flame soul fire and the undying flame around Xiao Yin simultaneously erupted, exuding a stern and serious aura. Then they focused on the back of the stone tablet. Whoosh! Xiao Yin looked in that direction and found nothing particularly special. Just as he was about to turn his head, 2 clusters of flames shot forward. Immediately, something seemed to appear behind the stone tablet. After being attacked by the 2 flames, a golden beam of light gradually became visible behind the seemingly ordinary stone tablet. Come out! As Xiao Yan's gaze landed on it, a cold sweat broke out uncontrollably, and he snorted coldly. Thud. The moment Xiao Yan's voice fell, the golden light beam behind the stone tablet slowly detached and flew toward Xiao Yin. Not good. Seeing this, Xiao Yin cursed inwardly, but he couldn't focus on anything else at the moment. After all, upon entering this mysterious forest, his power seemed to have been sealed, and he couldn't summon or use his strength. Rustle. The golden light stopped just a foot away from Xiao Yin. Then, as Xiao Yin stared in stunned silence, the golden light gradually dissipated, revealing its true form. It was a map. More precisely, it was an incomplete map. The map contained countless ancient and complex characters that Xiao Yin had never seen before, along with some other scenes. For a moment, Xiao Yin furrowed his brows in deep thought. What exactly is this? Could this be something left behind by our Xiao clan ancestors? Xiao Yin did not rashly reach out to grab the map. Instead, he carefully observed it. The map was a yellowed, incomplete piece, likely very old. In addition to some intricate characters, there were 3 figures depicted. The 3 figures stood on the left side, with their hands raised high. Their mouths were slightly open, seemingly reciting some ancient incantation. On the other side, 3 more arms could vaguely be seen raised in the same manner, performing some kind of ancient ritual. However, the right side of the map seemed to be lost or damaged. This incomplete map was likely divided into 2 halves. The part in front of Xiao Yin was the left half. Looking again, Xiao Yin noticed that at the center of the map, where it was divided, there was a round object like a blazing sun, hanging at the highest point, supported by the hands of the figures. Whoosh! Just as Xiao Yin was about to observe further, his soul sea began to churn violently. Clearly, the true nature of this object had exceeded the limits of what Xiao Yin could sense. If he continued to explore recklessly, he feared. Oh no! Just as Xiao Yin was about to give up in confusion, the amber flame soul fire suddenly surged out of his control and slammed into the map. "Don't!" Xiao Yin shouted, but he realized he could no longer control the amber flame soul fire. Buzz! An ancient Sanskrit chant slowly emerged, and as the amber flame soul fire moved, an intense, overwhelming heat radiated from the three figures on the map. The blazing sun that hung high above slowly detached from the map, revealing a golden flame fox along with ancient golden patterns. It resembled the arrival of a true divine being. The oppressive force and power were so overwhelming that Xiao Yin couldn't help but prostrate in worship. Golden flame? 6 figures corresponding to the 6 paths. Could this be the heavenly Tao reincarnation flame, ranked 3rd on the sacred flame ranking? How is this possible? Looking at the golden flame fox that had suddenly appeared on the ancient map, Xiao Yan's body weakened, overwhelmed by the terrifying aura that surpassed the heavens. He collapsed to the ground, but his expression was one of shock and awe as he gazed at the map, his heart filled with tumultuous waves of fear and amazement. How is this possible? Xiao Yin stared, dumbfounded, at the golden flame fox in front of him. At this moment, countless powers within him quieted and submitted, unable to summon any trace of rebellion or resistance. "Heh, little guy, quite impressive, your sense of smell and strength." As Xiao Yan's shock slowly subsided and he was about to find a way to resolve the situation, the golden fire arc shook gently and instantly transformed into an elderly figure with white hair, appearing before Xiao Yin. The elderly man had a gentle expression, with his long white hair covering most of his body. His face wore a smiling, friendly look, and even though he was merely an energy manifestation, the pressure and warmth emanating from him was irresistible to Xiao Yin. "Descendant of the Xiao clan, I, Xiao Yin, pay my respects to Xun'er." Upon seeing the old man appear, Xiao Yin immediately showed his respect. To be able to enter here, you must have received the Demon Emperor's help. However, this also proves that you carry the bloodline of our Xiao clan. Otherwise, even the powerful Demon Emperor would not have been able to break through that barrier. After a moment, the old man scrutinized Xiao Yin, nodding repeatedly as if very satisfied with him, both in terms of strength and soul power. The Demon Emperor has broken free, and now the demon realm has been unified once again. I follow the Demon Emperor's will and have come to reclaim what was left behind by our Xiao clan, Xiao Yin said, his gaze fixed on the elderly figure, his voice humble yet tinged with a hint of fervor. What exactly had this Xiao clan ancestor left behind? From this man's identity and strength, Xiao Yin could tell that his position within the Xiao clan was certainly not low, and his heart burned with excitement. "Ahem, no need to look at me like that," the old man muttered as if noticing Xiao Yan's intense gaze. He then coughed a few times, casting a sideways glance at Xiao Yin. "Don't get your hopes up too high. When I parted ways with the Demon Emperor, I was in a hurry and didn't leave much behind. What you see here is all that I left." After a pause, the old man narrowed his eyes, focusing on a yellowed ancient map, his voice deep and strange. "This is the heavenly Tao reincarnation flame, ranked 3rd on the sacred flame ranking, but why does it have some signs of damage?" Xiao Yin asked, feeling a bit puzzled. "Yes, this is indeed the 3rd-ranked heavenly Tao reincarnation flame on the sacred flame ranking. Although it's incomplete, don't underestimate it. The secrets within it, you'll truly understand in the future. But remember, if you're not at the 8-star Dosien level, never touch it. After all, this thing is greatly treasured by that old bastard of the 6 paths." The old man's voice carried deep caution. 8-star Dosien, 3rd sacred flame. 6 paths? Xiao Yin nodded lightly, understanding the gravity of the situation. However, he couldn't help but feel somewhat disappointed. After all, his trip to the demon realm had yielded very little. His greatest gains were perhaps the Demon Emperor and the King of Beasts, which laid a solid foundation for his future forces. As for personal strength, the increase seemed a bit trivial. Still, at least his chaotic Do Qi had been stabilized, and he had progressed to the mid-7-star Do Xian stage, which he considered a gain of sorts. Xiao Yin comforted himself. "All right, little guy, this sacred flame is special. In the future, when the time is right, you must obtain it. However, my current state is quite strange, so I can't offer you much help. If those guys find out, the last flicker of hope for our Xiao clan will be completely extinguished. Keep this damaged map safe. Also, you must go to the Netherworld when you have the chance. It's a major stronghold of our Xiao clan, and all the mysteries will be revealed there. The old man spoke again. I understand, Senior. But what exactly is a Xiao clan guardian? Xiaoyan asked, his tone serious. Xiaoyan, a guardian, huh? To be honest, it's a bit shameful. During the first Heaven and Earth War, although we drove out the extraterritorial evil clan, the top forces, including our Xiao clan, exhausted too much energy. In the end, our Xiao clan was betrayed by treacherous men, and the number one race of the Great Thousand Worlds fell into silence and disappeared. In the end, we had no choice but to entrust them with this task. They guard things related to the safety of the entire Great Thousand Worlds. At the last moment, we, the Xiao clan, were so heartless, but everything was unavoidable. If we hadn't been so ruthless, the Guardians would have been imprisoned and eradicated along with us, and the entire world would have fallen into true chaos. You must go and apologize on our behalf. Our Xiao clan has wronged them. The old man's voice carried a deep sense of guilt. I understand, Xiaoyan said seriously. All right, here's one final gift for you. Summon the undying fire and the immortal flame within you. Here, you will experience immortality, reaching a state of undying like the demon emperor. In his final words, the old man's voice was filled with immense pressure. Yes. Wong Wong Wong. The two little ones back again. As the two clusters of sacred flame appeared, the old man smiled, as though they had met before. Go. With a casual wave, the two clusters of sacred flame, under the old man's control, slowly roared towards the seemingly ordinary stone tablet. Boom! Violent tremors surged through the space, followed by an overwhelming aura of demonic energy and a thick, life-giving presence slowly emerging from the stone tablet. At that moment, ancient flame patterns were engraved onto the stone, alongside some complex demonic realm characters, making the stone tablet appear as though it were an ancient divine artifact, shrouded in mystery. From here on, whether you can comprehend immortality depends on you. The mission of this energy avatar is also considered complete. In the center of the human realm, and among all those wicked beings, one day, our Xiao clan will reclaim our former glory and make you all crawl in fear beneath us. Just wait. The old man's voice echoed softly, and his figure slowly transformed into countless beams of light. He then adorned the broken image and, with a final breath, quietly entered Xiaoyan's Emperor Flame Ring. As for Xiaoyan, he had already closed his eyes, his spirit seemingly transported into a special realm the moment his gaze fell upon the stone tablet. Where is this place? Xiaoyan murmured slowly, but all he received in reply was an endless echo. Immortality, eternal, is the true undying. As long as one breath remains, the dual flames will refine the heart, unbreakable. Ancient voices violently struck Xiaoyan's soul, and his body trembled, as though sensing something. He immediately crossed his legs in the void. The two clusters of sacred flame continued to swirl around him and the stone tablet, their movements slow and deliberate, carrying an indescribable, terrifying power. Like ancient giants standing tall to the heavens, the aura they radiated was indestructible and eternal. The passage of time was uncertain, but Xiaoyan's body, even his inner self, had begun to undergo strange changes because of this force.